It's a baby boogie. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's cheered me up.
You are watching LolcowRewind. I'm your host, Billy the Fridge, and in case you didn't know, the show goes on. Get those R's in the chat. Shrad the Red upgraded his membership to Cash Cow. Shout out to all those Lolcow queens coming through. You know what to do, Queens fans. Spam those Becky emojis in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Billy the Fridge, and you are watching LolcowRewind. Rewind. This is a banger episode of LolcowRewind, because we actually got some beef with a Lolcow queen. Apparently, my co-host, Siley Gets Real, stirred up some drama. I said, hey, let's chill today. And Xylee said, I don't know. So I got to pull Xylee in because I don't even know the full extent of what we're deep into. I do know Becky's taking the night off, so cheers to Becky and her family issues. But I got to figure out what was going on because my name got drug out. I'll see what's going on. Xylee, am I getting dragged?
Okay. All it was... Okay, we might as well just pull it up. Hold on.
Am I getting dragged?
We might as well pull it up. Let me pull up the timestamp. Hold on. God damn it! I didn't think we were going to start with this one. Hold on.
I just didn't know if I'm getting dragged.
It was an attempted dragon. 26.
A Dungeon and Dragon?
No, not the cool kind of dragon.
We got all the.
It was the type of dragging that if Becky would have just paid attention to everything going on, then she would have known that her suggestion wasn't needed, that you already did it.
Oh, she's got a lot going on in her. these ears
the problem
are so
is, I'm going to be honest with you.
One second. Calling out Becky's 1 hour and 20 minutes looping. So you know what I say? Here's $50 to the best show on the network. Can't wait to hear what Xylee has to say. Let's go rewind Billy and Xylee. Peanut emoji.
Rewind with the Nutter Butters in the chat from Tool Vicarious. There's some big W's from Tool. Nutter Butter to you. I can't believe they banned you and Milkers just for calling out the loop-de-loops. Shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
Appreciate you, Tool, as always.
So let me explain everything that happened up until now. All right. So first, they get on Roxy because Roxy's Roxy. And sadly, Becky had someone in her family pass away. Yeah. And apparently Roxy went into the Queen's VC and said that. Okay?
Yeah.
Instead of saying, hey, she has a family emergency. But no, she had to say, I don't know if she gave the specifics, but I know she just said at least a family member passed away. All right? So Becky's getting on her about that, which I totally 100% understand. Bruh, you don't say shit like that. Hello.
Yeah.
And she's going on, and then once she's Roxy comes back.
CI support shows that thank their fans. Great job, Billy and Xylee.
Thank you, Glock Loaded. Cheers to you. And Dixon Cider. 2 months now at Cash Cow says best show in the network. That's a glaring endorsement from Dixon Cider. What a good name.
Absolutely. Thank you. So, and then Roxy brought up how they treated about her husband when her husband was literally dying, okay? And so they had a back and forth, blah, blah, blah. So then they worked all that out.
Yeah.
And then they start talking about the sweet tea situation.
Oops.
And this was Becky's advice to you and what you should do. Okay?
Yeah.
Miss, I said something racist and kept trying to talk about it 2 or 3 days later and just made myself sound more racist is going to give you advice on how you fix a situation.
Yeah.
My thought on that situation, I don't want to linger on it or anything. It's a pretty gross situation, but my thought on it.
Poke Gaga with the 10 grifted. Thank you, Poke Gaga, for the grifted. Cheers to you, brother. Gaga.
Everything else. My thought on it, this is my words to you, Billy, and I don't know how you feel, Roxy, you do your thing, but Billy, I know you sort of apologized, but you did a lot of explaining first. You know I know you, and you're one of my favorites here, and I think you're sweet, and I think you have great intentions, and I'm sure it was all a joke, however, because it doesn't look that way. I think this is one of those cases where it kind of just needs a full mea culpa, full just like apology of like, no explanation, no anything, just be like, I'm so sorry.
Those
that I said
pig
any of that
ears
stuff.
behind her crack me up. Every time she leans back in that chair and the pillow lines up with her head so it looks like pig ears, I cannot help but laugh.
Are you listening to what she's saying?
Yeah, of course, but the pig ears.
I know.
I wasn't thinking clearly about it. I'm not going to do anything like that again. Something like that.
Yeah, but
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I am going to do something like that again. I am. Just not with Sweet Tea. I understand now that she's on a different wavelength, and I'm very sorry that what happened with Sweet Tea happened. I take responsibility for my actions in that, and I want her to have a comfortable existence in the LCU for as long as she's here, and I want to see her thrive for as long as she's here, and I want to support her not making any mistakes with Xylee or other people the way she has before. I don't want to contribute to her downfall. So I'm very
great.
sorry. I'm very sorry.
The thing is you've already done it, and I said it in her chat.
Yeah, of course.
This is what I said. And I said, he did that already, Becky. He apologized in public and private. Suggestions not needed. She would know that because even Sweet Tea herself on Doll said he did message me, and I really do appreciate him messaging me.
Yeah, and I want to continue to support her publicly because you know what, I did take part. I did take part in this, and I don't think what I did was wrong, but she didn't like it, so I'm gonna do my best to make sure I never do that with her again. But I will do what I do all the time. I will continue to do me, but just I'll be careful around her.
Okay, so yeah, that happened.
And I want to say, Becky, I've watched you go around Reddit. I've watched you talk to all the trolls that are always digging up bullshit about me, about Keem, about everybody, trying to dig up every accusation and put fact toward every accusation and make every little murmur of a crime a reality. And you're feeding into those people. So maybe you should take a step back and stop playing fucking Scooby-Doo with all these little ghost face killers out there on Reddit who think they know better than your coworkers or your boss about what's going on. Because the same people you're following these breadcrumbs with are the psychos that are perpetuating this stuff. But you'd rather listen to them than, the shows that are talking about and dealing with these things. But hey, do you, boo-boo? I understand. You're dealing with a lot right now.
Okay, so going back to what I was trying to say, so that led to Roxy reading that, and she read it all retarded like, and Becky started going off, and then my next message somewhere called her retarded, and then Becky started slinging at me. I'm grieving right now. Honey, you were able to go on a live stream. I was not disrespecting the person who passed away in your family. It has nothing to do with that, but you were able to go on a live stream and talk shit. So I'm allowed to say something to that. Had nothing to do with you grieving or your family grieving. I'm sorry for the loss of your family. But you were able to talk shit. All I simply was doing was trying to let you know that he did it publicly and privately with Sweet Tea. He did everything you suggested. You know what I mean?
I didn't know about all this, and I sent Becky a message wishing her well in her time of downtime. And had I known about all this, I still would have sent her the same message. Because
I know, because you're a better person than I am.
I do wish her well still. And I don't care. Like, Snoop all you want. I don't care. I am I sleep well at night knowing that what I do is okay with me. If I was
this led her to try to she tried to threaten me, saying she'll come after me, and I what I put in
Rewind for
chat?
life. Decided to do something for myself and quit my job today.
fuck yeah.
I'm okay though. I did retire from the military. Now I have plenty of time to watch the LCU.
Greg,
Hell yeah,
Greg, congratulations. Watch the LCU. Maybe even start a side hustle now. Let's find a way to monetize your free time. Do you want to become a LCU detractor? You can start a side YouTube channel talking shit about all of us and make money. Have you thought about a website? Like there's a Breaking Banquet for Wings. Have you thought about making one for Billy the Fridge? How about cleaning out the fridge YouTube channel? And you shit all over me. Cap all my bullshit. I'm starting to get caught up with a lot of trash. You could make a lot of money that way, maybe. Was that?
So Becky ended up threatening me, saying she was basically going to come after me. So my response to her in the chat, try me. Please try me. Becky, go deal with your issues, come back, and then try me.
Yeah.
I'm literally to the point with you. I do not care what comes out of your mouth. It does not affect me. I don't care. But I'm going to call you out on the shit. 1, it's my job here in Rewind. 2, I like fucking with you because you're so easy to fuck with.
I just like working with you, Becky. So whether that's calling me out or not, I appreciate it.
Billy will kiss your ass. I won't.
I'm not kissing her ass. I'm perpetuating whatever she does. It's fun. I like Becky at her worst. Give me more of that.
Because I get to fuck with her.
Give me more of Becky. It's fun.
We deal with it in 2 different ways.
Dylan Belcher, welcome to Bam World. It says W Bill Fridge, W Xiley, Big Country. Says, I hope y'all go over the accusations Queens have said about nerds for the past 2 days. Maybe y'all could bring Zay or Buff up. It's complete and total crap, but yet Zay helps with OBS when Becky leaves. What they accused them of?
I don't know what kind of accusations. I'm looking at the timestamps. I don't understand what accusations they're talking about.
Big Country, if you could clear that up with another message, I would gladly. I need some clarification.
Talking shit that they're number 2? I mean, we already talked about that. Becky had a whole ass crying stream yesterday, and we talked about how she's crying that the Queens aren't number 2. It's only day 4. If it was day 24, I would understand being upset about that, but it's day 4.
Darth Omegas says, hell yeah, you will. King Scott sent me the plane tickets already. What the fuck? That's not funny, Darth Omegas. King Scott sends a lot of plane tickets. Maybe King Scott.
King Scott is a troublemaker.
Yeah. I like King Scott. Critical Thinking, can you stop giving context and just bowl the head? What does that mean? Tool Vicarious says she said that Zay is only number 2 because of her OnlyFans simps. Is that a bad thing? If that were true, if Zay was only number 2 because of her OnlyFans simps, is that a bad thing? Like that just sounds like a bad case of the wah-wahs. Greg, thank you again. Cheers to you doing good for yourself and entering retirement. Proud to have you here with us more often, Greg. Tool Vicarious says she was able to talk all that shit, talked about nerds and Zay, called out Xiley and Billy, but no, once she gets it back, I'm grieving, don't do this to me. Oh, whatever, Becky.
That's exactly what she did. She was like, don't you see I'm grieving? Bitch, you're on a live stream and you're talking about my co-host. Not only my co-host, but my close fucking friend. You think I'm gonna let you just fucking sit there and I not say something? You've lost your fucking mind. You don't know how I work.
I'm gonna give Becky at least.
I don't need Billy there nor his permission to speak my fucking mind when you're talking about him.
I'm gonna give Becky at least 3 to 4 weeks of bereavement leave before I respond to her on this.
I gave about 3 seconds because I was in the Arby's drive-thru getting my food when she said it. So when I got my food, I went to a place where I could pull over to type it in the fucking chat. Shit.
Oh. So did we follow the milkers? It was an hour and 20 minutes of looping.
Yeah, I no timestamps besides that. It was just looping.
Becky was very angry.
Bam, 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 bam. It was like 2 hens clucking in the yard. You know what I mean? Bam, 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 bam.
And that was good that they got that over on Milkers so Becky could have her night off.
I agree.
Did you see Queen start off tonight? Becky, they couldn't get Roxy couldn't figure out the stream key.
I hate to do this, but I kind of understand where Roxy went wrong, and it's a mistake that can happen. I get it. It is a mistake that it can't. She probably doesn't even know that she can do different profiles under the OBS.
Yeah, it
happens. It happens. Listen, here's the thing about Roxy, and I mean this wholeheartedly, and I said this in the Discord. Roxy is not going to do better on OBS unless she uses it. On the days that she is not doing IRL content on Milkers, she's the one that should be running OBS because the more you use it, the better you get. Sorry about it. It's the truth.
It was cool that she got it working finally. And I
agree.
It was funny that Becky got up there ready to go in her in all her glory. It was nice to see. It was nice to see morning Becky. I didn't think she looked that bad in her shirt and her short hair.
I didn't pay attention.
It was sweet to see her come up and save the show.
Sweet, I wouldn't describe it as much.
Shout out to Becky saving the show once again.
Oh, she did it so she can get the money off the show. We wouldn't want the show suspended now like Milkers was, would we? I'm glad for Tina that the show went on.
On Local Live, it was revealed poor iDubbbz was the victim of a terrible scheme.
Who?
Poor iDubbbz.
Oh, fuck iDubbbz. He married a horrific woman and he knows it. And it's because it was the first piece of snatch he ever got and he fell in love with it.
Have you ever seen the movie Phantom Thread?
No.
It's a Daniel Day-Lewis film. It's one of his last major films. He's an old fashionista in the house of big fashion house, and he's got this woman working for him, and she wants to do it her way, and he's like the head of the house, and he starts to get very sick, and so she's taking over for him, and she's doing it her way, and kind of like he's very strict about it, but turns out she's making him sick on purpose so she can take over, and he falls in love with her, and he lets her make him sick because he's so in love with her. And it just reminds me a little bit of iDubbbz and Anissa.
Yeah. You know what else happened on live today?
What's that?
Zeta Ray called in.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Okay, so Keem was going through basically what we went through last night on Rewind, right? But then she called in. And then after that, she did a long-ass message that everybody was doing the copy pasta of in the Discord. And we got both.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. All right.
Realize there's Zeta, we only have 5 minutes. We have a busy show, but go ahead.
Good, I'll make it quick. First of all, you put me on Milkers for 2 weeks. That was your word. That's what I made my doctor's appointments around. Okay. And then you wanted to move me to Aussie, which I couldn't rearrange all my doctor's appointments. I haven't played victim in this whole thing with you at all. So the night that I said the thing that I didn't mean to say, referring to a straight person that wasn't even a hate speech, I told on myself. And I get it. You wanted to punish me, but you wouldn't let me come up and defend what you were saying on blast in front of 4,000 people. I told you something in private and you kind of exaggerated it and put words in my mouth and made me look entitled and made me look like I thought I had this huge audience when that wasn't even the case.
That's what you told me. You said, if I don't get hired, my audience is leaving Queens and they're coming with me.
That is not what I said, Keem. And I even played my version, my every voice message that I sent to you, I played. And I never said that.
Okay,
and it's not that I want Queens. It's not that I want milkers. It's that I'm going through something medical and I have surgeries and I have doctor's appointments. I've told Rastov that. I've told you that. And that's why I can't just be moved here, there, and everywhere. And I'm sorry. I do feel like I got used for the past 6 months to work for free. You can't help the way that I feel.
Zeta, how much money? How much? Zeta,
yeah, before Fat Camp Boogie, I was jumping up.
I wonder what Zeta's like perfect show would be. Like if it can't be Milkers, it can't be Queens. What would Zeta's perfect show in the LCU be? What would she want to be on? Like if she could get her way, what would it be? You know?
That's a good question.
Like
actually,
Keem can't figure out
where
to put her.
I think she would be good at? You know what I think she would be good at?
Yeah.
I think she would be good on a show that talks about like celebrity news and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Specifically,
I think she would be good on...
Specifically Jenna Ortega. I'm kidding, of course.
Okay, not specifically.
I know,
but
I'm kidding.
I think she would be good on something like that. You know?
No, I wish there was like room for an ensemble cast show with like 4 people that could have like a View type of show where it was that celebrity news TMZ rollover, like an AMAC talking smack, a Zeta Ray, and then like 2 male perspectives to counter them out. But it was like it was like rapid fire, and it was
that would actually be dope.
Pure conversation about pop culture, celebrity news type things. I think that would be
actually
fun.
be dope. I think so too. I agree with you on that.
On Queen's panel all the time. I didn't go on Rewind's panel because at the time Xylee didn't like me.
Why am I always to blame when people don't come up here?
Prior to Christmas, Queens was invented in December.
Yeah, and I was popping up then. And actually, you kept pulling me up instead of purple hair.
Zeta,
if you go back to the streams, it's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm not looking for cred. I don't care if I get a show. But you really, just because I don't whine to you all the time like Becky, you're not using like common sense to think about maybe I'm going through some shit. And I'm telling you no, because I'm a woman with like responsibilities. And when I give my word and I say I'm going to be somewhere, then I do that.
Okay,
and
I'm
sorry, I don't want to work with somebody who's going to take credit for all my work.
I need to ask a question. How much money do you think you made when you volunteered on Milkers?
I don't care. I wasn't keeping track. It wasn't for me to get paid.
I was used you.
The whole Savage, okay, Voldemort 3 got fired. So of course people are going to hold on to their money. I don't even care about the data or any of that. We weren't trying to raise money. Supposedly Roxy was fighting to get me to be a co-host on there. I've given up. But again, I got pushed to try out again in the mermaid thing.
Okay, let me get this straight.
You think I used you? Stop, 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 stop. Let Keem see, let Keem see. We'll Keem see.
I got to mute you. All right. Now listen, you think I used you, all right, for your work, right? But then you're also telling me, you don't even know if you made any money for the LCU. So I'm going to ask you again, how much money do you think, I know you have to guess, you made for the LCU when you were interning on Milkers?
On Milkers, I think we made like 400, 500 a show. It was low because Savage just left and nobody knew what was going on.
I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you how much per show. All right. I asked you how much do you think you made?
You would have to go back and ask Roxy because before Fat Camp, I was jumping up in my bikini from my pool to bring drama, to bring views and stuff over there and to raise money to get Savage to go to Fat Camp in the first place.
How much do you think you made?
It doesn't matter. I'm so over it, Keem. I will work on a show. I cannot be on night shift perpetually.
Okay. How about this? How about this? I will send you $500. We good?
I don't want your money.
Can I get $500?
The fuck? We're making good money, Xylee.
I know. It was a joke. Ha ha. It was a joke. I did a retarded joke. Okay.
Oh. Somebody in the audience, give us $500 so Xylee can stop making these stupid jokes.
Shut up. I thought it was funny at the time.
No, I don't want
your money. What I needed was some income from content creation so I could write off my thousands of dollars in expenses. I don't care. We'll deal with it later after my surgery. But please stop spreading this narrative that I'm like Becky and I'm a perpetual victim. If anything, I've been not a victim and I've tried to just keep it hush hush and tell you what I can and can't do.
I would like when I give someone an internship that it's respected, and you've disrespected that, and you're saying that I've used you for free work.
I respected it. I worked on Milkers. When you asked me to move to Aussie, I told you I couldn't.
So
Out of respect for the opportunity, I knew I can't move my doctor's appointments over. Why commit to another 2 weeks when I can't? I can't. I literally have an organ dying
This is
inside
how
of
all
me.
the conversations
Like, you
with
don't
Zeta
get
go,
it.
by the way.
And he kicked her.
This is why she's not on a show. You can't.
Yeah. And then afterwards, they all say how much they actually like Zeta and how they wish they did have a show for her. And even after this, Keem would still want to give her a show.
We all do like Zeta.
Yeah.
We all like her. Yeah.
I think, like Zeta said, there's all these issues that she does have. And there are issues that are keeping her from being like all in. And when she is there, she has gone above and beyond, like to her credit. And I think that I can see her frustrations and I can see Keem's frustrations because Keem works in a way where it's like whoever's there to strike first gets what he's got, right? He's the way his mind thinks. If you're in his mind and you're right there to get it, you got it. If you're not right there, he moves on from it.
Yeah.
It's
Look at Zay. Zay was an intern before the intern thing was a thing here in the LCU. Look how long it took Zay to get a fucking show. Look how much she did before she got a show. And she would go and help milkers out, help queens out, a flood of fucking L's in the chat when Zay would show up on a stream. You know? Look at all what she did until she got a show.
All the people in the audience are saying they don't like Zeta. It's probably because of the side of Zeta you're seeing. The optics you're seeing of Zeta, but like knowing Zeta in person, seeing the person she was, what she brought to Fat Camp, like she went above and beyond to like take care of a lot of things. Me personally, even like, and she always was that way with me. So like, I got a lot of love for her, and I also see a lot of value in her as an entertainer. I think Zeta is an untapped resource that needs to be worked with. Like she's not a standalone talent, right? She needs someone who can work with her in a very good way for a 2 hour. Like Keem said, when she comes up for a little bit, she works great, but for 2 hours, she might sputter out. She just needs the right person with her to keep her going.
I agree.
And if it's 4 people, if it's like a big group thing, which we don't really work with here, I think she's killer with like the right group of people.
I agree. Now, this is what she said in the Discord after.
She says, nah, you're already too big-headed and possessive of your show. I've been in this universe long enough to know I'd have to do all the background work and prepping, and you would suck up all the credit and shit-talk me behind my back to everybody who will listen, just like you try to do in here. I'm not scared of your shit. Your crooks are whack when you're good enough at shit-talking to talk about fat in the LCU. You're not good enough to step to me, so fuck you and your show, except for Twiggy. Wow. I think that's fuck off Aussie, because he was offering her, was it a slot on Aussie or an internship on Aussie? Is that what this is about?
Yeah, I know that's where they wanted her at one point. Like, he told her to go up on Aussie, and she's like, nah, I'm not doing Aussie. So.
Okay. I want to shout out Cyrus the Virus 666 says, Xylee, I just got to know, what did you get from Arby's?
Oh, classic beef and cheddar with extra cheddar.
James, he says, of course Roxy didn't know. She never knows. LOL. Calamity says, this is worth $500 somewhere. That's a $2. That's really sweet of Calamity.
Hell yeah.
And Frankie the Chihuahua says, $493 to go for Xylee's 500. Ladies and gentlemen, we are $493 away from Xylee's 500 that she so graciously begged for.
Let's go.
Bam, bam. No curly fries? People.
No, I got the meal with the curly fries and a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
See? And Diet Dr. Pepper.
Well, Diet Dr. Pepper, curly fries, and a beef and cheddar extra cheddar.
The classic one. Yeah.
The classic beef and cheddar. What's the difference between a classic beef and cheddar and a regular beef and cheddar?
No, there's a classic one, then it goes to double, where it's like double the meat. I don't need all that.
You just need to double the cheese.
Sandwich.
You need to double the cheddar.
Yeah.
Let it be moist. A lot of people have an aversion to the word moist. Did you know that?
Yes, I do know people who don't like the word moist. I don't mind the word. It is what it is.
I said it extra greasy just in case you were one of those people. I had to test your gangster.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Didn't bother you a bit. If someone out there watching has an aversion, hopefully
they're going to cuss you out in the comments.
Hopefully via super chat. I'm not going to read the comments just so I can avoid.
You better super chat him if you don't like the word moist.
Baited pussy. Oh. All right, so I want to bring up Batgirl here because she's in waiting, and she did something today that I gotta. So if you guys don't know, Cafe Batgirl recently messed up really bad, and Ken forced her into a punishment. This is like she had to be punished really bad.
Punished.
Yeah, Batgirl. Now, oh my God, yeah, this is a punishment. So Ken told me that you, I guess, you faked, you faked running over a kid with a car or something, and so he made you shave your head.
I'm not Boogie.
Oh.
It wasn't one of those situations, I assure you.
You look like the Bat Boy now from the National Enquirer.
I know. I have the rest of the stuff for the cosplay. So whenever
you're doing the cosplay too?
Yeah, when Bigfoot gets his costume tomorrow, we're gonna plan a day next week to like do like a LolCow cryptid episode so we can have like a spooky episode and dress up. I'm excited.
That's awesome.
In the Cryptid Cafe. Quantum Chris says Arby's curly fries mentioned, and now I have to impulse order some while at work. Objectively best fast food fries. Dude, get some of their jalapeno poppers with the fucking Bronco berry dip. Tool Vicarious says, say it extra wet and sloppy, Billy. Moist. I knew I could get somebody to drop some moist comments.
Somebody, look, OG Salt Lick says in the chat, she faked alopecia.
What?
You can
get canceled for that.
Canceled? Oh no. I'm in danger. Oh fuck.
So earlier you came on LolCow Dolls and you had your head shaved and you had the blue arrow on. You were anged out.
Yeah, because what?
You were an airhead.
I was, because prior to that, during our 4-hour-long cafe episode, I shaved my head live, and then after the fact, I was like, you know what? I kind of look like Aang, so I just saw my lipstick beside me, and I was like, you know what? Here we go.
I love it.
I saw you pick up your hair when you had the arrow on your head, and I thought for a second your hair was like you had a pet cosplaying as Appa. And it was just your hair pile.
Yep.
You guys, if you guys are not
I
fans,
kept the hair.
You're not fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It was a great cosplay from Batgirl this morning. So you were on LolCow Dolls, and you were there in the midst of a fight, and you backed out after a little while because it was pretty much a waste of your appearance. You're gonna be back on tomorrow.
Yes, I'm gonna go back on tomorrow, but today, when I came in, I could just tell that something was off. I didn't know what they were talking about prior, but I could just tell that the vibe was off.
Well,
so
I
was
will
like,
say, like, I understand your position of like, why am I even here?
Well, not even just that, but I'm like, I just felt awkward. Like, this isn't my place to like talk about this shit. You know what I mean? So I was like, I figure you guys just hash it out, and I'll be back tomorrow when you guys are on like better terms. Because Beans was like, I don't even want to fucking talk, and I'm like, well, what the hell? I want to talk to you. Like, what?
Yeah.
So,
well, with everything that happened last night and all the kit and caboodle and everything, I can understand where that was at the forefront because. Honestly, that needed to get talked out, I think.
It did for sure.
Yeah.
Tool Vicarious says, do you visit the Upside Down often, Batgirl?
You calling me 11 from Stranger Things?
I have got to tell you this. Not very many women could pull off a shaved head, and you do beautifully. Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you. It's not my first time being bald.
Becky
I know,
pulled
you
it
showed
off.
the picture. You showed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
You had a message for Becky too. What was your message on to Becky on Cafe today?
Well, Bigfoot thought it'd be a good idea to make a goal for me to go scorched earth on something. We didn't know what it was going to be about, so I figured, like, why not just tie that into me shaving my head? Because I feel like that was a good crash out. You know what I mean? That was a good crash out on her. Because now she can't say that she's the only bitch who's done this for the LCU.
Period. Period. You're right.
Zeepish.
You're right.
Cash Cow now 2 months says, how'd you guys get Sinead O'Connor on the show? We begged.
We begged.
The amount of times I've been compared to her is insane. It's so true, though. I see it.
Nothing compares.
I love it.
To you.
Nothing compares. Batgirl, what are you going to do with your life now that you're a little bald boy? You thinking about becoming a orphan, a beggar? What's going on? The Gerber baby,
I was thinking
maybe?
about becoming like a bowling ball, actually. I want to be a bowling ball. I want people to throw me down a fucking lane.
You do
so
have
I can
3 holes in your head? More than 3.
This is true.
Jesus, Billy. You and the 3 holes.
Well, it's different.
Different holes.
I'm talking about a bowling ball. That's how you bowl. You would grab her by her mouth and her nostrils to bowl. That's how you would throw the... I don't know. I'm talking about bowling.
Today's the day, isn't it? Today's the day.
Every day is the day, Xylee. Every day is the day.
The day for what?
Me getting us canceled. I think Xylie's going to get canceled from something I say. I'm going to ruin her career and not mine. And it will be from 100% something I say that she has nothing to do with. She doesn't even co-sign it. She'll be like, what? No. And then she'll get canceled for what I said.
The amount of times
by association.
The amount of times I have to say I disavow is astronomical.
Oh, yes. I've noticed. Oh, man, you never know, though.
People in the chat are calling you Becky a boopy.
What?
What?
What the fuck does that mean?
It's a portmanteau. That's probably not it. It's a mixture of Eugenia Cooney and Becky Boop.
Oh my
Okay, wait a minute. No.
What?
No, that's a little too far.
You don't think so?
I disavow.
You don't think so?
That's funny. I think it's funny. For me.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen one day. And it's because somebody's gonna write something in the chat and Billy's gonna read it and then agree with it.
We getting canceled in here. We getting canceled in here. We getting canceled in. We're doing it. This is so stupid.
God.
We're getting down with the cancellations.
Oh my God.
I need to stop. Oh my gosh, it's a little late. I've been up for a long time.
I'm trying. Eugenia, okay, I haven't talked to her for a while, but she was a friend of mine, so I can talk moderate amounts of shit about her, no problem, deal with it.
Eugenia Cooney loves me. I used to talk to her like on Twitter and stuff like that.
Deal with it.
Yep.
Darth Omega says Jack from Mass Effect vibes. I don't know what that means, but I agree.
I don't either.
Mass Effect. I think I know what they mean. Is that a game? Mass Effect. That's a game.
Yeah, that's
right?
a game. That's why I asked you, because you do all the trophies and stuff like that. So how do you feel about Cafe being 4 hours now?
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I love having more time to like interact with everybody and to like put on a show and everything. So yeah, I like the 4 hours.
I miss 4 hour rewind.
How does Bigfoot, aka Kin, feel about getting up early in the morning? Is he hyped?
He's a sleepy boy. But he does a great job.
Hell yeah.
Brentley Keem says Batgirl has to do a dono goal for headbangs every 50 she has to air headbang.
True.
You gonna headbang?
Oh my god. Yeah, I could.
Dun, 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 dun.
There you go.
There's just a sneak peek.
Let's go.
I have a guitar too. It's not real. It's one of those like I think like Guitar Hero, like one of those like kind of guitars too for like extra effect.
Zeepish says,
Get
is
down with
Xylee
it.
shaving her head next? LOL.
No.
I will put a goal up for Xylee to shave her head.
I will shut that goal down. Thank
What?
you.
Why?
What was
Shut
it?
that-
What,
Just
was
like
it
with the
850?
makeover, I will shut that goal down.
I did the makeover. I think it's your turn to do a head shaving goal. Lolcow Gunner says, Batgirl bouncing shadows, slick like night. Ball girl flexing chrome, head shinies bright. Dodging drama with a flip and a grin. Come on, Billy, drink some gin. I'll sip to that.
I'll drink to that. I
Glow
wish I had
Shine
a drink. I would
says,
drink.
Damn, Ripley survived the xenomorph. Great job on Cafe,
Let's
Batgirl.
go!
These are the messages I was
Love
expecting.
these.
Gaff Gary comes through the band world says, Xylee going bald 850, never forget. Yeah,
That was for my leg.
it's
That
your-
was not for my
Yeah.
it's your hair or your leg, Mama Xylee. Which one it gonna be?
Okay, $5,100 donations. I'll do it. $5,100 donations, and I'll do it.
Oh my god.
For your hair?
Holy
Yup.
shit. What are you gonna do when you actually reach it?
That's not going to happen because we don't do goals that spans over days. Okay, it's just saying.
I'm gonna put 2 hours
Oh
on the
my
goal.
God.
We don't have 2 hours for the show, but if it gets there by the end of the night,
Bye bye, Xylee's hair. That would be ridiculous.
Did you do the right amount? Okay, you did the right amount. $5,100 donations. Go ahead.
I actually like your hair.
I know, hamstring. Look, hamstring got the joke. That would be $5,000. Yeah, hamstring, it would. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's a lot of doubloons.
If there's 50 of you out there with $100 in your pocket, now would be the time to burn a hole. So Xylee, I actually don't want I don't want a bald co-host.
Then end the goal.
I would shit myself.
Then end the goal because we know we're not going to do it.
I know.
That's me saying I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I know. No, Two of Vicarious says, see now Batgirl can now star in the next G.I. Jane movie. I'm going to end the goal. I'm ending the goal.
I knew you would. Thank you. That's how you call a bluff, goddammit.
I don't know how to end the goal.
I know how to end it. Hold on. I'll do it.
It's like, I'm going to put a stop to this.
Actually,
boom. There we go. Done.
Xylee.
Oh, I can't. Okay, you click the goal, you hit the 3 dots, and it says remove goal. That's how you do it.
I've decided I'm no longer going to end the goal. I'm adding on to the goal. Not just your hair. Your entire
But
head.
your leg?
Your entire head.
So now I have to cut off my head?
What? Now
Doesn't that break TOS?
Now I have to end the goal. We can't do that. We can't do that, Xylee.
That's outrageous.
George Davis, thank you for the raid.
The fuck? Ladies and gentlemen, the goal has been ended. Do not send in any money for Xylee's hair or head.
Gosh, yeah.
It's against the law.
Don't shave your head.
You guys are out of control.
I called that bluff.
Whatever, dude. Joel Vicarious says, see now Batgirl can now star in the next G.I. Jane movie. These are the comments we were expecting. Xylee, what else happened today in the LolCow universe? Big Country says, love you, Mama Xylee, but you got to shave that head. You can't let Becky win. You can't let Becky win.
Gosh.
Okay, let's get this straight right now. Much like the makeover to prove Sweet Tea wrong, I don't have to prove shit to Becky.
Okay.
This is true.
But you want to prove shit to Becky, right?
Yeah, but I'll prove shit to Becky based on her words that she uses.
LolCow Gunner says, Xylee go bald. Let that bold shine show. Glow like ball girl, power into flow. All cap, no fear, but gets real, yo. When the LCU rewinds the best show.
Do you think they'll change my name to Bald Goral instead of Batgirl?
They're already calling
Lord
you
Rush,
bald
do
girl.
it. He's in the chat. He's in the chat. Lord Rush, do it. Do it. Do it, Lord Rush.
Do it. If one person donates $100 and says that they were like watching from behind, then we have to reopen the goal.
No, we don't.
We're legally obligated.
Who said?
We're not
Who's
legally
making these
obligated.
rules?
I'm cheesing you.
That's all right. I'll fix it right now.
I'm cheesing. What are you fixing? Here, I'm starting a new goal, okay? I'm starting a new goal. This new goal is called Boogie Gaga says, don't let Batgirl's bald head distract you from the fact that 21 years ago, Marvin Heemeyer unleashed his creation and caused over $7 million in damages in Granby, Colorado. And do you know how he did that, Xylee?
How?
I'll tell you how if we hit our goal. I will tell you tonight.
Xylee, don't shave it.
Lord Rush with a hundo.
I'm not. Thank you, Lord Rush. I appreciate you.
Lord Rush with a hundo. If we get our goal tonight of 20 $10 or above super chats, I will tell you guys the story of Killdozer live tonight. How's that for a goal?
There you go.
Ooh,
all right. So
ooh.
on dolls, I was watching this part and I was like, holy
Thank you,
shit.
Lord Rush.
It hit me. Thank you again, Lord Rush. It hit me why I like Pup Star and I've always liked her. It fucking hit me. And it hit me last night, but it really hit me when I watched this part right here.
Was disconnecting me. It seemed Becky wanted to listen to what I had to say. All day, Beans, you were in the VC. Brantley was in the VC. Everyone's like, hop on Queens, hop on Queens, hop on Queens. I went on Queens. I was reluctant to go on Queens. But either way, I was disconnected. They took my host role. I left the server. I came back. My host role was back.
Do you hear how she's talking?
Yes.
I can't hear it.
Okay.
She can't.
Right.
I ain't.
All right. So she was talking real low. She wasn't close to her mic. And you see the look that's on her face?
Mm-hmm.
That is pure fucking anger. And I'm going to tell you why. Remember how I always tell you when I'm yelling, don't worry about me? It's when I get quiet is when you got to worry. This was me at 19 years old. If I was so angry and I started acting like this, that means I was plotting. I still do it today.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that sometimes. More so when I was younger, but
yes, she reminds me so much of how I was when I was 19 years old.
I feel that. Yeah.
And it took decades to get even to the point I'm at now. So imagine how I was 30 years ago.
I'm just happy to see
Xylee.
another gear on her. I thought it was just rah, 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 rah. And now it's I am brooding, slow, explanatory. So we know she has another setting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when she came on
does.
Cafe the one morning, and she was talking with I think it was Zay and I. Yeah. She was pretty chill. She had like, you know, like another side to her personality that we saw, which was nice.
Power Age 1986 says Batgirl now looks like the bald Where Did You Learn to Fly lady from that Atari game Cybermorph. LolcowRewind says get Pup Star off my screen, yo. A lot of people not Pup Star fans right now.
Okay, and I can understand it, but listen, guys. All right, and I know a lot of people are going to be against Pup Star right now, and I get it. I understand the optics of what she was doing, especially if you're on the Discord and you saw the shit that she was talking in Discord. I get it. I can understand y'all not liking her. I understand, but I'm telling you, it's a lot of it, and she's going to hate that I'm saying this, but I don't give a fuck. A lot of it is her age.
It is. I agree.
A lot of it is her age.
What's her age again? 19.
No, I thought you were actually asking me.
Oh.
No, he's jamming.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know that song. So listen, I understand people not liking her, but look, give her a chance because I think the girl is really passionate. She's really intelligent. She can have good conversations. It's just she has a problem once she's hyped up. She doesn't know how to stop herself and center herself.
Mm-hmm.
Give her a chance. Give her a chance.
He's so passionate. She gets like wrapped up and like overwhelmed in it, and then she just like spirals and like it just doesn't end. And I'm like, oh my god,
she's a pop song. I need soul music.
That funk.
I need something.
I need some hip hop.
She's a pop song on the radio. I need something with a little fucking hurt behind it. I need something that really has feeling in it.
And that's why I'm saying it's because of her age, because she hasn't been through
She's
what
19?
we've been through.
Okay. Here's 19 reasons to get her off my screen.
Look how good.
Okay, well, we're getting ready to watch Billy give her advice.
That's the best message from someone called LolcowRewind.
Right? Right? That shit's funny.
Wait,
I love that.
actually, Billy, I can't play this one because you set it a goal to say it.
Oh, yeah, don't. Sorry,
right,
Xylee.
well, we can't play that one because ass
Oops.
up the content just for the simple fact for a fucking goal.
I cucked the content for the goalie-ole-ole. We'll play that later when we hit the goalie-ole-ole.
Okay.
We'll save that for later if we hit the goalie-ole-ole.
He gave her good advice and actually said, honestly, what she needed to hear because the way he described it was absolutely fucking perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we can just get 18 more $10 donos, we can play that clip.
I can play the clip.
Brantley, yes. You brought up a great point earlier in the chat.
Thank you.
I want you to reiterate it now because I was going to read it out earlier, but we were in the middle of some things.
That's why I popped in for a second because I can't be here too long. But I was gonna say that we have seen Pup at 100%. So now we have seen her at 20%. We just need to see her in the middle. We've seen her at her highest and her lowest, her low energy, pissed off. She's shut down. She's good. We need to see her in the middle, which we know we can get. We know we could get normal Pup Star. We could get the entertaining, fun friend Pup Star,
I agree. 100% with you. I agree with you.
She's got potential.
I agree. She does. I think she does have a lot of potential. She just gotta know, like you said, get right there in the middle.
How do you
got a little bit of ass and pull back? What?
How do you feel about Dawson? Because I just asked her to be a guest on Dolls.
That's awesome. Dawson came in tonight on Lolcow Live and dropped some fucking bars on our boy Rastov. Rastov was just sitting there catching strays tonight.
Oh, I love it. Okay, good. Then that will work. That will work great. All right.
AMAC
Batgirl, you look
smack.
amazing.
Thank you.
Great show today. Love you guys.
All right.
Love you,
have a good night, Brantley. Love you.
AMAC Talking Smack says, Xylee, it's hard to give her a chance. When any criticism she receives, she explodes and thinks it's because we are jealous.
Okay, girl, I get it. Again, listen, I understand people not liking her. I understand it. You know what? A lot of people didn't like me when I was that age too, because I was the exact same way. So I understand it. I get it.
Alex Erickson says it's definitely her age. I know 35-ish-year-olds on here who are way worse. Go to Krama. You'll find a few, LOL. Hashtag love rewind. Love you too, Alex. Cheers to you.
Thank you, Alex.
There are definitely people far older than her who are stuck in their ways. I have hopes that Pup Star learns a whole lot in her time here in the LCU, and I super hope she learns it very quickly. And, we'll see. We will see. She left, and after this happened on Queens, she got her host role taken away, and she left the server. Apparently, she thought that meant she got fired. And then she came right back when she realized she wasn't. And she says she's here for the long haul. So hopefully she is here for the long haul, and hopefully she gets better and more entertaining. There's nothing like a story arc, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, character arc.
Listen, Perfect example. How many people in the fucking Discord and in the chats hated Zay?
A lot. I had a
I would say,
problem with
yeah.
Zay.
Yeah.
Now Zay and I are cool.
Right. But think about it, especially in the Discord. I swear to God, it looked like 80% of the people in the Discord fucking despise Zay. But she still helped out on Milker. She still helped out on Queens. And honestly, I think it took Buff to help her turn that around. Because she didn't turn around with Eric and Pharaoh and Glammy, because quite honestly, none of them gave her pushback. And I think the pushback from Buff actually optically helped change it around. And I think she feels more, I don't know what other word to use besides this, but I think she feels more safe to where she can show her true self. And she's not always trying to defend herself, which made her look bad. You know what I mean?
Right. I like their dynamic so much. They're doing amazing, I'm so proud of them.
Poke Gaga just showed about $7 million worth of destruction in emojis.
He did.
Holy shit, dude.
Mhm.
Poke Gaga also says story time with the dozer, and that's the goddamn truth right there. Local Gooners, thank you again. He said, "Get Pup Star off my screen." Yo, we called that one earlier. Yeah, it's. I don't know if we should wait this one out. Should we just play the clip or should we move on to the next thing?
I got the clip on board if we hit
it's
the
saving
goal.
there. All right.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
gonna get to this
Can I
goal.
move on to something?
Yeah, let's do that. We'll get to the
something?
Killdozer. I'm certain of it.
Okay, I'm not playing the clip because I don't see the point in playing the clip, but they also brought Twiggy up on live tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Okay.
saw that.
I agree 100% with Boogie. I am so tired of hearing about Fat Camp and things that happened on the way to Fat Camp, things that happened at Fat Camp. Can we please let it die?
I know. I feel the same.
I'm over it.
Fat Camp will never die. Crazy Void says, might have been my fault Pup left. I said sorry, though. I think it's everybody's fault. Cheers
It was
to
a
you,
little
Crazy
bit of
Void.
everything. When you're in that fucking mindset, I can tell you now, when you're in that mindset, any little thing somebody says to you is going to set you the fuck off because you're already there. But yeah, no, I agree 100% with Boogie. I think we need to just drop it at this point because that whole thing about bruise on her back and she's saying it's the knees and stuff like that. Listen, we don't need to talk about shit like that unless there's some kind of proof of what happened one way or the other. You don't do that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like him going up there and saying that, you know what I mean? Because it's like, there's no proof, dude. Like, I mean, I get that, like, you wanna tell, like, the story and everything because, like, you think it's important, but still, like, what are we gonna do if there's no proof? You know? Like, what do we really do with that?
Exactly.
We can't do
At that,
shit.
Right. So, you know. There was nerds things that happened, sort of.
The wings thing. I thought you were going to bring up a clip of the wings thing.
No, I said I wasn't going to do a clip. I literally said I wasn't going to do a clip.
Well, I want to speak on the wings thing.
Okay.
Before we move on from it, he's obviously gone from the LCU, and everybody's speculating things about why Wings might not want to come back. I heard people saying he might not want to come back because if you look into his life, it might expose more of why he is more of a darkness of his life. That's why he doesn't want to be here anymore, because if the ALC looks into his life, it could expose more of why things are bad between him and Kelly. And I don't know if that's necessarily true. Wings might recognize that the LCU pushes him to a limit that makes him not a comfortable person in his home life too. That could be the other side of it, right? There's two sides to every story. Like, if Wings wasn't at Fat Camp, out of his comfort zone, pushing himself, would he have done what he did? We don't know. We don't know what the truth is behind closed doors. We can't speculate either way. So maybe he just knows that he needs to be home in his bubble with his restrictions and his safety net to be comfortable, because he is an uncomfortable guy. Like if he grabbed Kelly's arm because he needs control in his life and he can't stop at a red light and it scared him and he reached out and grabbed her arm in that car because he was having a panic moment. You know, that's fucked. He normally wouldn't be in a situation like that, maybe. I don't know. But you have to think both ways, and we can't know for sure. So to speculate either way, all you can hope for is that this is the best decision for him and Kelly, because this is the decision that they made. That's all you can hope for. Everything else, I wish them the best. I feel really bad the way things ended and the way that Boogie says, you know, he misses his friend. I 100% really feel bad about that whole situation. And I was hoping to be working with Wings and Kelly and everybody well into the future when we're going into Fat Camp. And it sucks. So I just want to say that before we moved on from it.
Okay. Yeah, no. It makes sense. All right. So on Nerds, they were okay, hold on. Shit. Sorry, my bad. Nerds, they were going over stuff that happened, etc. And Zay said this, and I have to admit, I'm kind of jealous of Zay in a way. I am. I'm kind of jealous of Zay in a way, but it's not in the way of like a Becky jealous. And I'll explain it in a second. I'll explain it. I promise I'll explain it.
Like something along
Yeah,
the
we're not
lines.
rewind. Everybody sees, Zay's good at rewind. You know, the nerds are good at rewinding.
It's different, though. It's totally
not
different.
what they do. People keep thinking just because you talk about LCU drama does not make you rewind. Get that shit out your head.
No, let me talk about that actually, because a deep dive is entirely different than what they're able to do at Rewind. You have to, I think what a lot of people don't understand is that Rewind has so many stories to cover in a night that sometimes they can't cover the story from like start to finish. They're going to cover the story in multiple parts on different episodes as it's going down, because they're going to have people calling in. So sometimes I'm taking Rewind, I'm taking literally Rewind clips and I'm trying to compile the story, including the shit that happened on Rewind. Because it's hard for them to do that. They do that in video sometimes, but I'm just trying to cover this, not necessarily the biggest stories. I mean, like, yes, obviously there was the Grimm and Beans drama, but like Rewind said, there was beef there, you know, there was reasons for me to cover that one. And then with the Michelangelo thing, that one wasn't necessarily like the biggest drama in the LCU. I didn't really think it might make a video on Rewind. So if I'm going to cover like something in a deep dive, it's something that I think is like a little more low key.
We're actually working on that video right now.
That you guys might not know about.
Bang, bang.
Not my fault.
Okay, so this is where I'm jealous of Zay. I'm jealous of Zay because I wish I can do the deep dives. I do. I wish I could do the deep dives, but I can't. Because we do have so many, which it's fine. It's reminiscent of what I did on my own channel. You know what I mean?
Right. That makes sense.
And that's what I fucking love. Like I fucking love doing stories and go, oh, let me pull this. Oh, let me pull this. Let me pull this. And I can fill 2 hours quick and in a hurry on shit like that. You know? So I'm a bit jealous of her in that way, but she does it so well.
She does. Yeah, she does. She's like following in your footsteps, like little mini Xylee.
Fucking love it.
You should put together like a deep dive, and then one of the nights when it's like a slow news day, God forbid Rastov was here, we could just go into a deep dive randomly and have like a fucking test it out on I hope Rastov's not here, on a slow news day.
Yeah, we don't want Rastov here. He'll spawn.
Just
for real.
He'll be up here.
I'm kind of jealous of that. Like I enjoy like the clips that she pulls up and like the receipts that she pulls up, and I'm like,
good.
Damn, I miss that shit so much, bro.
Gaff
I should do Rewind deep dives.
For real.
Yeah.
Gafgarian says, who among us hasn't had an irrational response to our local government when choosing to dump our sewage in the irrigation ditch behind our property? Who are you to throw stones in your glass house, Billy? Whoa, Gaff. Who said I wasn't celebrating a little bit of it, okay? Zeepish says you should do a deep dive Sundays, Xylee. We got options on the weekends, too. We can party.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe you all
That's
can
true.
go into deep dives with 4 hours of rewind. I still don't know why Keem hasn't done that with the show that has to go over nearly a dozen others at hat.
Yeah, we're deep diving. We're just honestly, we're deep diving into how to grift all the time. That's our deep dives. We're deep diving in them pockets. Bang, bang. Poke Gaga says 100K dozers versus 1 submarine. That's wild, dude. How is 100K dozers gonna get 1 submarine? That submarine's gonna go further in the water. Those dozers ain't gonna make it that far in the water. That's crazy. Passion says,
crazy.
I got my rewind hat today, and I love you, legends. Love you too, Passion. Hope the hat looks dope.
Hell yeah.
Lolcow Gooners says, fat camp, more like nap camp. Wing-a-ling-a-ding-dong. You got us. Oh, shit. We are 1/3 of the way to the Killdozer goal for those of you counting.
Let's go.
Killdozer.
Okay. I want to talk about Queens for a second.
Okay.
You would be very proud of me. As soon as we jumped into the studio, Billy's like, did you go in there and start a fight in Queens? Because he saw me in the studio. Did you go in there and start a fight with Queens? I was like, no. I was actually nice because Tina called me up there. Okay? Thank you very much. But I would like to say I was fucking right.
About what?
I think Roxy should go to Queens.
You think so?
If you look at Tina, she looks happier. She's having a good fucking time when she's with Roxy. Roxy and Tina are a good fucking pair.
I think, yeah, good. Yeah, Tina did seem, from what I saw, I was skipping through it a bit because I didn't get to watch all of it, but she did look a lot less miserable than she normally does. So that's good.
Go ahead, Billy.
I don't know. Did they make a ton of money?
I don't know. I didn't pocket watch them. I knew they got a pay pig.
That's
that
good.
part I do know.
Oh, that's good. Hell yeah.
If Tina being happy makes Tina a lot of money, then hey, let's go. Let's go.
I want Tina to be happy.
But I don't know if Tina being happy is lucrative.
So somebody has to be miserable. See, that's the argument, though. That's the argument. What's more important, her making like all that money based off of her? Like, y'all want her to be miserable?
If it's Tina making
is that
money,
what you're saying?
If you ask Tina if she'd rather be happy or make money, she should take the money.
Wise words from Billy and Fridgley over here.
So
I don't agree with that.
We'll see how that
all.
goes. If Becky had the night off and everybody was having fun, that's one thing. But if the show starts to dip dive, that's, I don't know. We'll see. See,
I agree with Sterling there. What's the point if you aren't having fun? I agree.
I agree with that.
Sterling.
I agree
Sterling.
with
That the point would be the money.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
You're such a little shit.
Wait, that's not. Well, and then maybe so maybe I'm fucked up because if I was miserable doing this, like if I was truly not a spurg out, not me just getting overwhelmed or getting burnt out, but if I was truly miserable doing this, we make. I'm pretty happy with my bank account right now. But if I was miserable doing this, I wouldn't be doing it.
Do you think
we can't
Tina,
have anybody on the verge of a mental breakdown?
Do you think Tina would really be happy working with Roxy permanently? She would get just as miserable with Roxy after a fucking week.
You think so?
Yeah, they're pleasant right now because Roxy was in fucking memory lane mode. They were going over like all the cool AGP stuff because Roxy's a fan. They were running down memory lane. That's going to get boring. They're going to start putting firecrackers up each other's kukas. And then it's going to get fucking weird. And they're going to hate each other real quick.
Well, Becky and Tina are going to have to fight for Roxy, I think. They're going to have to fight for her.
I think do it.
One of them's going to end up with her, but which one? Which one will it be?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I like Roxy and Tina together. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I do.
Becky and Roxy together seem to be a lot more sus. Well,
You said
it's just,
sus, I said fake. Same thing.
it's scary. It's scary.
Now,
Yeah.
what if Queens and Milkers becomes Roxy, Tina, and Becky? And
Yeah, they just merge.
They just kind of switch up every day. You never know who you're getting. You never know if you're getting all three. You never know if you're getting a mixture of the two. On which episode who's
Right.
going to show up. You don't know exactly what you're going to get. What if that,
like that.
what if that becomes the new meta?
That's
I
not
like
a bad
that idea.
idea, actually.
You get
That's not a
two
bad idea.
shows.
Oh, you're talking about between the two shows?
Yeah, you get Milkers and then you get Queens, and they just become two shows. It's already
Yeah.
what's going on.
No,
It's just the
I'm
melting
talking about.
pot.
What I'm talking about is Roxy and Tina and Becky have her own show, turn Milkers into her own show. That's what I'm talking about.
See,
Okay.
I'm talking Queens stays Queens, Milkers stays Milkers, and you just have the three of them
Oh, well,
float
that's what
around.
they're doing now. That's what they're doing now, and I don't. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You're like, I hate it. I hate it.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Maximus Houdini says 7 out of 20. Come on, man. I'm drunk and I want a story. 8 out of 20. Twin, baby. Cyrus the Virus is the way Tina flip-flops. She will hate Roxy tomorrow.
Oh gosh, who knows? Maybe it could happen.
Poke
At this
Gaga
rate.
says, Billy, is that like a Happy Meal toy surprise with LCU hosts? Yep. Roxy is the chicken nuggets. Tina is the cheeseburger. Becky is the oh my God, there's a Band-Aid in my meal. There's a bloody Band-Aid in my meal.
There's I need to speak to your manager in my meal.
I think Becky is an absolute gem. We love Becky here in the LCU. She's everybody's favorite.
Oh my God, you drive me
something
in.
else.
You only say that shit to piss me off.
No, I say that
Swear to God, you do.
I say that because without Becky, we would only talk about Boogie.
And
Really?
we can't have that. We
Because
can't
I
have
will
that.
say we've talked a lot more ever since the whole gauntlet thing. We talked a lot more about test. We talked a lot more about tech talk. We talked right now cafe. We talked about dolls. We talked about nerds. There are more other. Oh my God, learn how to speak English. There are other shows to talk about than just Becky.
Yeah, to be quite honest, season 3, Keemstar got us fighting with each other.
Off
That's
the
true.
blood.
Good job,
Oh,
Keem.
gosh.
Keem's
We're off
like-
to a good start.
He's like, all right, now they're all comfortable. Time to start getting them slitting each other's throats in Minecraft.
Yeah, time to fuck it up.
Poke Gaga says these Band-Aid surprises were better back in the day. They don't make them like that anymore.
True.
Ooh.
Remember one time I got a milkshake at the gas station up the road from my house, and I sucked. My straw was like extra. I thought the milkshake was extra thick, so I was sucking through the straw. I was like, because it was like barely sucking. I finally get it through, and I sucked up a full ass bloody Band-Aid.
Oh,
Oh, God. What? No. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like 8. I pulled it out of my mouth. I was like,
I was 8. I was traumatized. It was a core memory. I think about it every night.
I was so sad. It was otherwise I was a half little fat kid, you know. I was happy to have a little chocolate milkshake.
Not for long.
Yeah, it ruined my day. We're halfway to the Killdozer goal. Local Gooners says W Billy W Ziley W Batgirl W Keem L Test L Dolls. New test right now is going through the punishment phase. Their Local short bus, and they've been hanging out with your boy Michelangelo. I've been hanging out with them every night. Me and Nightmare.
Can you tell me about Tess? Because we're having an issue where a bunch of people are on vacation, so I don't have timestamps on what happened with Tess.
I'm asleep during Tess, so I can't even watch it.
My Nightmare and I and Michelangelo have been hanging out quite a bit on Tess, just being short bus goofballs, talking about funny stuff. Last night we talked about Josh Block, who was a bit of a doppelganger for SSO Michelangelo, aka World of T-Shirts. We went over some of his videos since he got out of rehab, and we kicked it there. The night before on Lolcow's Short Bus, we did donos for Bayo Blade, and we had Michelangelo do some. We had a race war with Michelangelo where he raced his scooter versus his chair, and then we got him racing his other scooters as well in his house. It was pretty fun. I am
way too internet brained. I am way too. There is something wrong with me because as soon as you said a race war, my mind went somewhere else.
We were short busting.
Waiting for you to react.
We were short busting.
I knew you.
My heart fucking stopped when he said
I knew it was coming. I knew.
Shit.
Oh fuck.
Oh my
We were short
God.
busting.
Like, here we go.
Oh my God.
I need to call into the short bus sometime, as a fellow, enjoyer rider of the short bus. I don't know how to word that.
So,
Anyway, I word that, it doesn't sound right.
Right? You should call in. The diff maker right there. The diff maker put the scooter in the chat. So if you say short bus gets an L, that L is actually a scooter. So either scooters in the chat right now, everybody, or L's in the chat for the scooter. Can we get scooters and L's, please? L's for the scooter or scooters in the chat. Can we all throw your L's up for the scooters, please? Can you please? Scooters in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Get those L's up for the scooters, Batgirl. Xylee, you want?
I actually have an electric scooter.
They're not even electric.
These are really?
These are the little
Yes, I
doot-doots.
do.
These are the little doot-doots.
My roommate broke his arm on it.
The L's
a while back. He was going a little too fast.
And then Dolls Beans is wrangling too.
She took control today. I was so fucking proud of her when I heard that shit. I was like, that's what I'm talking about, Beans.
Beans is wrangling two new hosts. And Beans is a pretty new host herself. She's doing work over there. So if you're giving L's to Dolls, give two L's because it's DOLL for doll.
Damn right. DOLL.
LL. You can't spell doll without OLL.
OLL.
LOL. OLL. LOL.
LOL. Make a song out of that.
LOL
He
doll.
kills me every time. He kills me.
Literally lol doll right there. Let's go. LOL
dolls.
LOL dolls.
I'm trying. Isn't that what the steak does with Aussie? Isn't that what he calls it?
LOL
Aussie.
LOL.
Don't get me started on steak. Steak drives me insane with that shit. And welcome to LOL Cow Aussie. Welcome to LOL Cow Aussie. And I'm like, it's fucking
so
LolCow. Oh my God.
I think he does it on purpose.
Bro, why is it me at 49 years old? No, it's LolCow, and you keep saying LOL cow. Oh my fucking God.
I think he does it on purpose. And I think he does it, he continues to keep it up because he knows that it'll make this reaction come out of you, Xylee.
It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Like, I literally
probably
want to take
knows
his mouth
that.
shut. I hate it.
Gafgarians says, Billy, did you immediately strap a bunch of cinder blocks to your John Deere Power Wheel and find your local post office? Yes, but it got stuck on the curb.
Oh.
Damn.
That
was kind of harsh.
I had to kill Don'ter. Lolcow Gooners says, Steak's rage bait working. Someone clip it for him. Damn. Don't.
Oh, no. Steak literally just tagged me in Discord at Zolly Star. Cut it out, LMAO. No, because you don't know how to fucking say it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching right now, please get those likes up in the chat. We are 26 minutes away from our goal being over. We're 9 away from hitting the Killdozer story, and that story comes along with a added clip bonus where I used the story of Killdozer to teach a lesson today.
It was fucking perfect, and you had to cuck me from using the goddamn clip.
Because I'm trying to monetize Killdozer on Killdozer Day.
It is Killdozer Day. That is true.
Quantum Chris is all crowned to live tomorrow. If Keem finishes his introduction with pronouncing lolcow the steak way just to trigger Xylee. Damn.
Excuse me, Quantum. Okay? Don't be talking about crowning on live.
Yeah, for real, Quantum Chris. You should crown to LolcowRewind.
Yeah. I'll even call it LolcowRewind if you ground.
That's not funny, Xylee.
Okay, listen. Speaking of funny, did you see Keem e-begging in the Discord before live started so he could get his 100 before his introduction?
He did it. He did it, though.
I know. I'm happy for him.
Same.
I'm happy for him.
I am.
Pop off, King. Pop off.
There's not a lot of things that make Keemstar happy. It's e-begging now that does. What do you get the man that has everything?
But at least he admitted it. He came on and said, "I am the best e-beggar in the world."
He owned it.
He owned it.
LOL Cow Gooners says new goal 24-hour stream starting now. Get ready, dude.
Oh,
Billy,
fuck.
Billy.
Yeah.
Billy, don't do that steak shit.
What do you mean?
You just did it.
The Gooners thing? He's not a Gooner. He's a good guy.
No, you said LOL Cow Gooners.
I don't know that.
That's exactly what you did.
I don't know that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are dealing with a serious problem here in the LCU. Brantley is here to update us with it. Brantley, how you doing?
Welcome back.
All I want to say is that I cannot wait for this VC.
Why? What's wrong?
It's gonna be crazy for Rewind. It's gonna be great.
Oh my gosh.
Rewind? You know it.
I got some tea that I have to spill with Xylee and Billy later. By the way,
let's go. Okay.
Oh shit. The tea
midnight
is piping. I love her.
I do too.
So everybody watching at home, today we had obviously it was a rough day with Becky. She did come up to save Queens. Let's all give Becky our thoughts and prayers or whatever. What do you feel like doing for somebody who's going through it? I do want to say that. I don't know how long she'll be gone for. Hopefully she's back as soon as possible. I think that she won't be on Milkers tomorrow. I heard that from Tina, so she might be taking Queens off too. Hopefully she's back as soon as possible. Never a good thing when you have family issues. Gafgarian says, wait, what fucking day is it? Now we need to get the goal to make sure we are talking about the same Killdozer, since I'm pretty sure Killdozer Day was yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Well,
shit.
Time isn't real.
It was yesterday, wasn't it?
It's okay. We can pretend it's yesterday now.
You know what happened? It was yesterday. And I effed it up.
No, it's today. Yes, today, June 5th, 2025 is the 21st anniversary of the Killdozer Rampage in Granby, Colorado. Yes, it is today.
Okay.
We're sure of that?
I just looked it up.
Would the internet lie?
On his Wikipedia, it says he passed yesterday.
Okay. Okay. What day is Killdozer Day? Oh, wow. I am getting the 4th or the 5th. It depends on who's answering.
This is wild.
They just told me it was the 5th. Now they're saying it's the 4th. Okay, either way. Fuck it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
fuck it.
In the LC universe, we celebrate the Killdozer Day 2 days. We celebrate it
every day.
We celebrate it on Cinco de Junio.
Oh my gosh.
Poke, how do I pronounce
Beautiful.
June? I'm a fucking gringo idiot, dude. How do I pronounce June? I need to save this, dude.
You just save
Fuck me,
this.
dude. I'm in this because Poke Gaga said it was Killdozer Day on Dolls today. This is all Poke Gaga started this.
Are you making
you ready,
yourself
Billy?
a victim right now,
Billy, are you
Billy?
ready? This is how you say June in Spanish.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Let me watch stream. 1 second. Yeah, let's go. Junio.
Junio.
Oh yeah.
Junio.
Yeah. Yes. On Killdozer Day in the LCU is Cinco de Junio. Okay.
Junio.
We celebrate Killdozer Day in the LCU on Cinco de Junio. Okay, that's the LCU Killdozer
sound
Day.
of that.
Cinco de Junio.
Rolls off the tongue.
Poke Gaga says, "Holy shit! I thought today was the 4th." Poke Gaga says, "Did we break the simulation?"
Why does do you notice Poke Gaga starts one controversy after another with his donations?
He's not the first king of controversy, but he is the best thing since Elvis Presley to use LCU shit so selfishly and use it to get Bill Fridge wealthy. Hey! Thank you, Poke Gaga.
Bars.
Hey, it's Listen
Great
says,
bars.
Happy Killdozer week to all that celebrate. It was yesterday.
Yes! Let's go.
Here in the LCU, we celebrate on Cinco de Junio, okay? And Gafgarian says, did we just accidentally hit Rewind's first deep dive topic? What day is Killdozer Day? I'm going to suggest that this is one of those Mandela effect things.
Okay.
Might be.
The Mandela dozer.
Ooh, I like that.
Now we're just 3 away from the Killdozer story coming out.
Oh
That's
my
so
gosh.
close. Poke Gaga be stirring up shit left and right.
He does. He stirs up shit all the time, and I love it. I live for it.
He's fucking funny.
Listen, the 2 times he gave donations about flips, both time it baited the other people to say something about it. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know what's wild is that June 4th is my grandmother, right? I went to call her to wish her a happy birthday. And when he reminded me it was Killdozer Day, I was like, oh shit, I have to call grandma, right? And I called her and I said, Grandma, happy birthday. And luckily she's got dementia, so she didn't realize it was June 5th. So I got away with it.
Jesus Christ,
There
Billy.
you go.
I'm kidding.
There you
I'm
go.
kidding. My grandma's dead.
You're in the clear.
She wasn't even born on June 4th.
Outcast says Ronald Reagan died on the 5th and took over the news from Killdozer, so it may be because of that people think that's 5th. I don't think so.
Interesting. Pokegaka says, Xylee, I don't choose to cause controversy. I just give an opinion and the simulation breaks. Yeah,
True.
Dude, fuck is up with that?
Facts.
Fuck is up
Facts.
with that?
Simulation can't handle it. It's too
Batgirl.
much. Yes.
What would you say your favorite thing in the LCU is going today outside a cafe?
Like my favorite thing that happened today.
Going. What do you look forward to in the LCU outside a cafe? Like, what do you tune into?
Oh, see, it's gonna sound like I'm glazing you guys because I'm gonna say it's Rewind.
It's not glazing. That was a loaded question.
It's not glazing. It's just
everybody's
the
answer.
truth.
No. I was.
It is the truth, though. I love you guys so much. Like, I've been watching you guys like ever since your show became like a fucking thing. So I appreciate everything that you fucking put out in the universe so far. So, you know, I mean, that's it. It's you guys.
I was watching you on Dolls today, and you were talking about your music, what music you liked. And I was in the chat, and I was like, make her say she listens to Billy the Fridge. She also listens to Billy the Fridge. I was being a little prick. I was like, she also listens. I know she listens to Billy the Fridge, too. Make her say that, too. Don't let her leave that out.
You don't pocket watch me. You Spotify watch me.
Yeah. I'll see it up on the Discord It'll be like Batgirl's listening to Billy the Fridge. I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
We have a birthday to announce, ladies and gentlemen. We have a birthday to announce.
Oh?
It is Holly Dolly's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Holly Dolly.
Happy Dolly.
Yeah. That's so exciting.
Rastov says, Billy, I did not get a golden chocobo. I might need to buy another box. You silly.
Oh my God.
Did you see?
Dude, I want to get those fucking cards so bad.
I want to know what you got, Rastov. Show me your favorite polls. He bought a box of Final Fantasy Magic cards.
Magic cards. Yes.
I'm jealous.
I'm jealous too. I want them so bad. That's my favorite artist who worked on those cards. Like
Really?
my favorite artist of all time. Yes, Yoshitaka Amano. Is that his name? Yes, he is my favorite. So I need those cards. I need them.
Andy Fails says all these women are going to be bald by the next year. Yeah, it's a cult. Holly Dolly says, today's my birthday, Billy. Can you do me a birthday rap? Love y'all. Yo, gee golly, I'm here with Holly Dolly and we're off the Wally and we pop the Molly and we're so high. Gotta wonder why. We about to rewind. The Thug Shaker, we're here with Diff Maker. We're about to take another a little breaker. 10-4, buddy. We getting muddy. Take a piece of cake. I'm about to get nutty. Nutter butter. Water you asking for. Passive for. Helldozer. Coming for a massacre. That's Bill Fridge. Happy birthday, Holly Dolly. It's not that good, but that's what you get. We dozing. Hundo P. Diff Maker. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to tell you the story of the Killdozer. For those of you that are not familiar with the Killdozer, Mar says, I don't know what this is about, but love you guys. Mar, you're about to know what this is about. The Killdozer was about 21 years ago. This week, that's right. Holly Dolly says, thanks, everyone. Y'all made my day. Well, it's your day. Happy birthday, Holly Dolly. See, there was a guy named Marvin Heemeyer. Marvin Heemeyer lived in Granby, Colorado. See, there was zoning and sewage disputes in Granby. Heemeyer had 2 acres in Granby, Colorado, and they were dumping sewage on the property and near his house. And the cost to update the sewage system would be nearly double the $42,000 that he paid for the property. The city officials told Heemeyer that putting a septic tank was less expensive alternative to that, but he rejected those options and said that the government not paying for the sewage line hookup was extortion by the government fiat. And he did not he did not like it. He wanted to annex his property so that he could have his own district and become a part of his own sewer district. I believe I might be fucking this up a little bit. Long story short, the government was not giving him what he wanted. This is back in the early 90s. He fought with the government for so fucking long, all right? They never gave him what he wanted. Finally, in 2001, this guy had built what we can only call the Killdozer. Marvin Heemeyer took a bulldozer, covered it in concrete, covered it in steel, and drove this massive machine through the town of Granby, Colorado, destroying property after property after property, tearing apart all the buildings in his wake, causing $7 million worth of damage until the Killdozer, the armor-plated bulldozer, a Komatsu D355A. Sally, I don't know if you can pull up a picture of the Killdozer. You can probably find it online.
Okay, I'll find one.
He destroyed 13 buildings. Now, if you guys don't know, 13 is my lucky number. So
same.
I can only tell you that the Killdozer must have been on a mission from me, right? This Killdozer destroyed 13 buildings and got stuck in all places. A hardware store. Now, as he was stuck in this hardware store, Marvin knew this was the end for him, and he took his own life. I believe he gunshot wound to the head. No Minecraft, just end of the line. And the Killdozer got its name from a 1974 film titled Killdozer. And this was his statement to tell the government they shouldn't have fucked around with Martin Heemeyer. Some would say he's crazy. Some would say he just stood up against a corrupt government. I don't know where a man draws the line, but I would say not to make a Killdozer. Here on Wikipedia, people say statements included in the tapes make mention of Heemeyer's views and that he was an American patriot. Local journalist Patrick Brower suggesting this may be indicative of links to a broader patriot movement. I don't know if you're on that side of the patriot movement. Some people might say that is a domestic terrorist. I here on LolcowRewind want to say we do not condone building Killdozers for public consumption. For public consumption. If you want to privately build a Killdozer and use it for private use, I mean, that'd be pretty sweet.
I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about at first until you started explaining the story, and then I realized that I have heard this fucking story before. But I didn't know what the hell you were talking about at first.
Please do not build a Killdozer, even though they did F up his property. They really did F up his property, yo. They really did. They really did. And they really seem to leave him with no choice but Killdozer, according to, some people. But I can't condone that.
Oh my God.
We here at LolcowRewind do not condone building a Killdozer for public consumption.
No, not at all.
Consumption?
If you build a Killdozer for private use, say you have the land, and you just want to drive the Killdozer around your own property, that'd be pretty cool.
I think we get it, Billy. We don't allow people doing that. We get it.
Yeah. Just not for public use.
Yes, of course.
That'd be crazy.
Of course not.
That'd be psychotic.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
But a private Killdozer? Like, imagine Keemstar. He's got a ton of property. What if he built a Killdozer? That'd be pretty sweet.
Keem Killdozer.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Okay, so can I go to the clip now? Did you tell the story?
Yeah. Let's pull up the clip. As you pull up the clip, I'm going to read some of these down nows. Holly Dolly, thank you again. Happy birthday. Tool Vicarious says he also had gun ports built into it to fight the cops trying to get on it. Dude actually built a homemade tank. Yeah, that was a Killdozer. Waffles says, I apologize for this joke. Is that Jack from Mass Effect 2? Where is Commander Shepard? That's rough, Waffles. Tool Vicarious says another YouTuber actually went and bought this kind of bulldozer, and FBI actually came and talked to him why he wanted one. Damn. Poke Gaga says Marvin was a domestic T-Rex. Again, was just trying to make dolls more interesting. I disavow. Whistling Diesel bought the same model and wanted to rebuild it. I think the feds knocked on his door. Okay, that's the YouTuber. Gafgarian says boycotting the deck since they refused to include tactics cards. Hashtag justice for House Biove. Is that how you pronounce it? No tactics cards. WTF.
What the heck?
All right. Now, knowing what we know about Killdozer, I think it's very important that you guys know the story before you see this advice, this Mr. Feeney-like advice that I gave to the class.
And that's why I didn't want to play it until you got your goal, because it actually explains what you were saying, and it was a perfect.
To give good advice, I was making a preface that I was going to reach out to Billy regardless. But Billy,
now
Pup
after
Star,
you shat on him, yes.
The way you speak, when you go into your hyper mode, you don't stop. You're like a bulldozer, okay?
Yeah,
you just run over people.
Killdozer.
You do not stop. You're a bulldozer. And the way you don't take criticism,
Sometimes
it's like you're
reasonable
covering
men must
that
do
bulldozer
unreasonable
with
things.
concrete.
The Killdozer guy.
Sometimes reasonable men must do unreasonable things. That's true. Hey, it's Lissy. Shout out to the Killdozer guy. You're turning into a Killdozer, and you're just traveling through the city of Colorado, nonstop, tearing through the town, building by building, destroying every building. And then what happens? Nobody wins. You know what happened to Marvin Heemeyer, who drove that Killdozer through Colorado? He put a bullet in his own head 21 years ago today.
Yes.
That's a parable, Pup Star. For the road you go down if you don't think about the conversation that the LCU brings to the table. This is not just about you. This is not just about us. This is about the viewer. This is about growth. This is about failure. Your failure is our entertainment, but it's our opportunity to grow together.
Yeah,
This is a parasocial network.
This is true.
It was great advice. It was perfect. Literally perfect. Wise words from Billy the Fridge.
I'm just a little
Always.
I'm just a little
Little
shit.
guy.
I'm just a little shit.
You are a little shit. Believe me, I say it every single fucking day. You're a little shit.
But that's why we love you, Billy.
It was great advice you gave her. Honestly.
I think she listened too. We'll see.
I hope she did.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Mr. VNM1 says, is it the right of the people to alter or abolish a government that takes away life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Thomas Jefferson? I mean, to be honest, I do believe that's why we were given our First Amendment rights to defend our life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. I don't know, though. Killdozer? Really? I just got the hiccups.
Oh, no.
Whoa. Are you okay?
I will live. I hope.
I don't know. Hiccups are pretty intense.
That was the name.
Save.
That was the name of my camping movie. Pretty intense.
You have a camping movie?
Yeah, my camping movie. Pretty intense.
Oh yeah.
Because I was.
Were you the star?
Yeah, starring Billy the Fridge. Pretty intense.
Were you wearing makeup like you were last night?
Dude, I suck at makeup.
Yes, Eric.
No,
Xylie's
you're
keyboard
great.
is loud. Yes, Eric. My keyboard is loud, just like me.
It's fitting.
Thank you.
It's a wonder. It's a wonder that we're not the number one show on the network. Between Xylie's charm and my physical fitness tips.
Really?
Just saying.
Oh, really?
Scott dude says, I just want to break shit. I just want to break
Love
shit.
you too, Eric.
Scott dude's the type of guy to make a Killdozer.
A Killdozer?
Yeah, where he just rolls up on you in a fucking bulldozer and it's just there to fucking taunt you. He's like, it's a totally fucking, it's like a giant Chucky doll bulldozer just there to fucking troll you.
I don't like that.
Damn right, hamstring. We are the ugliest show on the universe. Thank you very much. And proud.
That's officially the ugliest podcast on
We
the
are
internet.
officially the ugliest podcast on the universe.
Oh, are you
Period.
saying that because of the tier list?
Gafgarian.
Gafgarian, what?
Xylie, why you gotta be so loud?
He hasn't said that to me in the Discord lately. I'm glad he did it in the donation.
Cyberpunk 2077 looking off character.
Is that Batgirl? Are you Batgirl?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Batgirl, why are you just a video game character? That's everybody's in here to be like, video game character. That's a pretty cool diss.
I know, it is. It is. That's like one of my dreams. I would love to be in a video game.
All the disses are just like, you look like you could be the star of a video game.
I'm like, okay, awesome. Sick. Like, keep them coming.
They come in here, they're like, Xylie's loud, Billy's fat. And they're like, you could be the star of a video game. We're here like, fuck. Why? Fuck.
They would literally have us be the bad guys in the video game. It would be funny as fuck.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, we're in the video game too. That's the fat one and the loud one.
Yeah, exactly.
They die in the first
What kind
scene.
of video game would it be though?
It's called
I don't even know what kind of game we'd be in.
Destroy the fat and the loud.
We're fucked.
We're fucked.
We're fucked. Oh my gosh.
We're so screwed.
You're too hard on yourselves.
My boyfriend says to send a message to celebrate my cash cow membership saying that I'm small and I like the show. You're the best. Hashtag Killdozer. Your boyfriend's right. Perfect time to send that message. Shout out to your boyfriend. I'm going to sip for you and your boyfriend. Cheers to you and your boyfriend.
Hell yeah. I have nothing to sip. Nothing.
I don't have anything to sip.
I got to go to the ABC store tomorrow. Because
Batgirl.
it's Friday.
You've been hanging with us. Thank you for hanging with us. It's nice to have a little guest here with us every once in a while and just to chill.
Yes. Yes, I like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, thank you for calling in. We appreciate you.
You had a 4 hour.
I wanted to see you in person. I didn't want to see it on the. I wanted to be with you. I wanted to see it.
Here am I in my egg form.
No, it looks good on you though. I don't care what any pull that shit off really good. I love it.
Thank you. Thank
love
you. Well, I hope you guys have a good night. I hope you take care. Thank you for having me on.
Before you,
no problem.
Before you, I wasn't trying to rush you away, by the way. But before you go, I have to ask you, how long until you dye your hair next?
I don't even know. I want to see how long I can go without dyeing it because I hate my natural hair color. So I don't know.
What is
We'll
your
see.
natural hair color?
It's just brown, like
okay,
like a medium brown. Yeah, it's just plain. I don't know. I like fun colors.
6
So I
weeks.
think it's just boring.
6 weeks. 6 weeks. She'll have it like a bright pink or something. 6 weeks.
I could dye it neon green and make myself look like a tennis ball, maybe.
Cyrus the Virus says, "Can we get Kevin Nash on Rewind?" I would love that.
Oh my God! Can we get Kevin Nash on?
Yeah,
Rewind?
if
That
we
would
could
be
get
amazing.
whatever he charges for appearances, I will try and find that out, and I will try and pay to get Kevin Nash on Rewind. If we could just get him to watch clips of Boogie and Becky and talk shit about Boogie and Becky, that would make my childhood complete. If he'll flex a little muscle for fucking Xylie, let's go.
Breaking news.
Whoa.
Breaking news. Brantley is in the Discord going, Xylie and Billy, you let Batgirl talk more than me.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. Here's the deal. We need to have Brantley back on. If we can get, if there's any time for Brantley where she's free, I want to personally invite Brantley back on to Rewind in the near future. Because we
get her ass back up here.
We did cut Brantley off way too much that day. And I actually remember going in with Brantley on a lot of topics that night too, but it wasn't enough. Poke Gaga says, now I'm trying to find the Killdozer date. The real Killdozer date. Are you disputing Wikipedia?
She did put a laughing emoji at the end of it. I forgot to say that. And she just, not slander, she just got on me for that in the
Cheesy girl says,
Xylie, go get some booze for tomorrow.
Go get some
Let's
booze.
go!
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now I gotta
weekend, baby.
I gotta wonder. Do you think there's a Killdozer, like, or someone trying to hide the fact that Killdozer was on the 5th?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Cover up.
Is there a Killdozer
No, they're
conspiracy?
saying it depends. It's almost like, when does Capricorn start? They don't know if it starts on the 21st or the 22nd or 20th or whatever. It's like a different date with each one. But the initial one said the 5th, but then everything else said the 4th. So my guess is it's actually the 4th. That's my guess. And thank you, Cheesy Girl. That was awesome. Thank you.
Interesting.
It's an enigma.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to try and set up a LolCow universe where every host has to perform in a derby car, and we all have our own. We all have our own demolition derby car.
I got my car sitting in the front yard right now. All I gotta do is put a roll cage in that bitch, and that ain't hard. My husband welder.
Wouldn't
Let's
that? Would you do
Oh
that,
my
Batgirl? Would you drive?
Yes.
Is there any
Yeah,
host
that
that
would be
wouldn't do
fun.
that? Wouldn't that be so
Oh, no.
fucking insane? If
That'll be fun. I'm down.
I want to
All
do
I'm
that
gonna
so
say
bad.
is, if you do that shit, just know how to drive in reverse very well.
Shit, I'm gonna do the whole goddamn thing in reverse. I'm literally.
That's my plan.
No, people are gonna think I'm insane because I'm just gonna be doing donuts.
Bro, how the fuck are you taking what I was thinking?
You're on the same wavelength.
Rewind. I'm gonna be doing those RWOs right in the middle. Daft Garius is waiting for a month or so from now when Batgirl enters her Annie Lennox phase.
Oh, I can't wait for that one.
Ooh. I'm gonna have a lot of different phases.
I can't wait. I'm excited, actually.
I think
Do
that's
a lot of shit with my hair.
Like if we got a speedway rented out and we actually had a freaking demolition derby, that shit would be sick.
We got speedways around here. Like I said last night, we got speedways around here. They're all in the South.
Make it happen. Come on.
I would love to do it.
That shit would be sick.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
We all get to design
Oh,
our
God.
cars, get our cars made up, paint our cars with like the
Nice.
crowns on the cars and all the other shit on them.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
I guess Rastov can't participate in the derby. You don't know how to drive, or what? His back is bad.
Oh, is that the joke that he doesn't know how to drive?
Well, I would assume though, because of his back, he wouldn't be. I don't think it would be good for Rastov.
Wouldn't be good for me either. But it's not high speed. It's fine.
I'm driving. We're going to be fine. You get to sit
Yeah.
there. I'll drive. I'm good.
It's not high
I got
speed.
chronic back
No,
pain. I'll do
we're
it.
all driving. We're all driving. We're all driving. Every host gets a car. We're fucking shit up.
Yes.
Toasty with the
don't even
mosty
know what I'm gonna do.
69 says, "Hey, I'm a bald head girly too." Yeah, bald head girlies are great.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Now
Bald-headed girlies rise up.
the question is, Batgirl, how long until
Yeah.
you do a Killer Keemstar cosplay?
You know what? I was just talking about that earlier because I bought a bald cap for the like Bat Boy cosplay before I shaved my head, of course. And I was like, I could just use that for that. But then I ended up shaving my head today. So I was like, I could do the Bigfoot cosplay, the Ken cosplay, and I could also get another bigger beard to do a Keemstar cosplay. So yes, I've already been thinking about it.
All right, check this out.
You gonna get Bigfoot to play Biggie 2988?
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
Oh my god. Wait, I can't see it. Oh no.
That's definitely. Oh my goodness! That's so funny.
Why am I so behind on? Oh my god. I love that.
Bone the tax.
Bone the tax? What?
Siley about to bone the tax.
Bone the tax?
Excuse me? What?
Home sweet home. Siley about to bone the tax.
I beg your pardon?
Oh my
What?
god.
That's so
What the
funny.
hell?
Beautiful.
I think
love
tomorrow's
that.
thumbnail is going to be Simpsons.
Let's do it.
I'm stealing that for the thumbnail tomorrow. I'm going to make it
Hell
look
yeah.
exactly like our Discord layout, but bone the tax.
Bone the tax.
Glow shine.
Tax.
Glow shine says Glammy wouldn't hurt the cars. Glammy would be the most fucked up one out there, I bet.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Glammy would probably fuck everybody up. Have you seen her on Tech Talk lately?
Dude.
She is like taking control. She
Yeah.
don't give a fuck
Glammy
anymore.
is the type of
Right.
human that would go barehanded into a smash room.
Bro.
Oh my God.
Literally.
I could see that for sure.
Literally.
Just unleash. She would unleash the beast like all those monsters that she drinks.
Yes.
It ain't right.
You better hope she's not hopped up on monsters when she get behind that car.
It ain't right. Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
told her to go down to like 3.
in the last 5 minutes, if you want to give any grifted memberships, we are probably being overtaken in the gifted membership thing tonight.
Yeah! Oh my God! Okay, wait. I'll start my Becky crying.
Oh no.
God, they're gonna beat us in gifted membership! Wait, I don't have anything.
Tina!
Wait, I think I have some leftover ice water for tears.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We actually don't care, but if any of you do. It's been a fun night. Thank you guys for hanging with us. Brantley Keem coming through with the BAM world. 4 months.
Thank you, Brantley.
With our favorite with our favorite Keem. Don't let Keemstar hear that.
Billy, not today.
He's gonna be like, what? I'm
She's
just
our
waiting
favorite
for the da-da-da-da-da.
I know.
Like, oh shit. Fuck.
Shit.
Oh man.
She is our favorite though.
Stop. I was making a joke.
No, fuck you. I get to make the goddamn joke. You always trying to cancel us. I'll fucking say it.
Okay.
She's our favorite team.
Whatever.
I like standing 10 toes down.
I like them both. I like them both. They're great people. Without them, there would be no us, Xylee.
This is true.
Very true. I'll admit that. Absolutely.
Could you believe, Batgirl, that one time Xylee went on to the Keemstar show and became friends with Brantley? Can you believe that? Of all people, Keemstar's girl Brantley will become friends with Xylee Gets Real. What a world! What a world!
Just written in the stars.
The first time I met her, it's like I'd known her for like she was like a family member or something. First time I met her, it's like, oh, family. Love her.
Well, that's the best interaction that you can have with somebody, you know, the best like first impression, you know, there's like no awkwardness, you know, you just feel like at home with the person.
Yeah.
Brantley Keem says, I'm so mad I just tried to donate 20 to say surrounded by e-baggers, but my Apple is fucked. How do you think we feel?
Surrounded by sluts!
I'm surrounded by sluts and nobody cares.
Nah.
These e-begging sluts.
Had Beans in the chat going, okay, Keem, I'm sorry. I just haven't gotten lately. And I'm like, you little slut.
Whoa.
Said it in the Discord.
Whoa, I missed that.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, please.
Why didn't we lead off with that? Beans.
Because
I could have put Beans is in heat in the title of the video.
Bro, she
Nobody
said
told me this.
already. I mean, we still can because Boogie is busted. Why don't we just put Beans in heat? Just where Boogie is busted.
Did you see Boogie? He said he was hurt, right? He said he was hurt from standing in line to get his Switch 2. Did you see somebody caught a picture of him? He was sitting.
He's not standing.
He was sitting in line. There's a line of people standing, and Boogie had a chair.
Yeah.
Someone took a picture of him.
Good for him.
It was funny though. He was like, I'm standing in line getting my Switch 2. I'm hurt. And then there's someone caught a picture. Some random person got a picture of him in line, and he was the only person in line with a chair. That
Good
was
for him.
That was Boogie is busted. I almost forgot to say it.
My God.
It was so funny.
That.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm not getting a Switch 2.
My husband wants one, but I think he's waiting, like when they're like in stock all the time. But I know my husband wants one.
I think if you want one, you should probably get one right before they announce the next big game. Because I don't think Mario Kart is that great unless you really love Mario Kart. And you do, don't you, Batgirl? I heard you say that.
I do love Mario Kart, but that game alone isn't enough. You know what I mean?
That's like the only good game, right?
That
That and
alone.
they like remade Zelda, I think.
Yeah, possibly. Was it like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? One
I
of
think it's Breath of
those.
the Wild. I don't know. It's not that big of a reason to get a Switch 2 for me. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send you over to LolcowRewind. Can you please go into their chat and say, we're surrounded by sluts?
Yes, we're surrounded by sluts.
Yes, they're going to be so confused.
It's true.
Batgirl, Xylee, anything you want to say to the kids before we shuffle them loose to Aussie?
Well, thank you for having me on. I hope everybody has a good night, and I will be on Cafe with Bigfoot at 8 a.m. So I gotta go get some sleep for that.
Yeah,
so love you guys. Have a good night.
Yes, have a good night, Batgirl. Thank you for hanging.
You.
Ladies and gentlemen, go to LolcowRewind. Xylee got the redirect in, right?
Yep, it's already in.
Hell
Thank you,
yeah.
everybody, for coming out. Appreciate it. Love you guys.
Trey's in the chat for the homie Trey. Good night.
Happy birthday, Holly Dolly.